We are well and truly in the middle of our spring real estate market in Northern Virginia, and I wanted to share the latest data for both Fairfax and Loudoun County for the month of March. Now, of all the data and all the metrics that we look at on a weekly and monthly basis, the most important number to pay attention to is our inventory numbers. This is synonymous with our supply and demand, defined as how long would it take for us to be out of homes for people to buy if no other homes hit the market in a particular location. Now, a neutral market is defined as 6 to 7 months of inventory. Over 7 months would be deemed a buyer's market, under 6 months would be deemed a seller's market. In both of these counties, we are sitting with under 1 month of inventory. In Loudoun County, we have 0.85 months of inventory, and in Fairfax County, we have 0.83 months of inventory, so almost identical numbers. So what this means is that within a month and about 25 days in both of these counties, if nothing else hit the market, we'd be out of homes for people to buy. So if a neutral market is 6 to 7 months and we're sitting with less than 1 month in both of these counties, this is what shows us that we are firmly in a seller's market based on the black and white data. Now, when we see inventory numbers this low, this is what creates a market climate where there is multiple offers, where contingencies are waived. Another really interesting data point from this month is that I looked at the number of closed sales in March in both of these counties. And in both of these counties, I went back 10 years to look to see whether we had ever had a lower number of closed transactions in the month of March in the last 10 years. And for both Fairfax and Loudoun County, this month was a 10-year low. So there are less transactions happening, the homes that are going on the market, there are multiple offers, and buyer demand is extremely, extremely high. So having said all that, let's talk about what this means for you if you're gonna be selling or purchasing in the coming months. Now, as a seller, this should be a very positive market for you. However, to take full advantage of the market climate that we're in is still going to require that your home is prepared properly, marketed properly, and priced properly. So don't think that you can scrimp and scrape on listing prep. Don't think that you can overprice because buyer demand is there and it won't matter. And don't think that marketing does not still play a key role in getting top dollar for your house. Now, another tip would be if you do find yourself in a multiple offer situation, don't make the mistake of thinking that the highest offer is always the best offer. There are several terms that come together in combination to affect the overall strength of an offer, and sometimes the highest offer can actually be the weakest. You don't care what you go under contract for, you care what you get to the settlement table with. And there are multiple places within the contract to close period, depending upon the other terms in an offer, where you can lose money along the way. So don't think that the highest is always the best. Now, if you're a buyer, realize that it is highly likely that you could find yourself in a multiple offer situation as you navigate the buying process. And your ability to be successful in that situation is going to be a direct result of how educated you are about the contract and the different terms and contingencies that are included in that contract. There are many, many ways to structure offers, and terms and contingencies can be strengthened or weakened, and them in combination with each other actually could drastically impact the strength of your offer in the eyes of the seller. So understanding what those choices are will be paramount to your success. Another tip is to understand that each house needs to be evaluated individually. So in Fairfax and Loudoun County, the average sales to list price ratio was over 100%. So list prices tend to be a starting point. But if something's drastically overpriced or drastically underpriced, where that house is going to sell for in relation to list price can be very different. So getting a good understanding from your agent of what they think true market value is of the property that you're interested in is extremely important. So the summary is our market is strong, our market is healthy. This is very much like some of the springs that we've seen in recent years in terms of buyer demand. And if you are unsure about what all of this means for you and your individual situation, and you need help figuring out the best moves for your family, please don't hesitate to reach out.